Why do we sit here being silent, watching our leaders turn into tyrants? Have they forgotten which side they're fighting for? Checks and balances set aside and rule of laws, youths and ours, and Constitution openly ignored. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Is it time for right and left to join a greater cause? Man, I'm not okay. The rich claim to be victimized just to attack the marginalized. Is 1% really worth more than all the sick and poor? Always preaching about fellowship while planning their dictatorship. Now we've seen how all of this plays out before. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call. Man, I'm not okay. Ever wonder all the mystery, why they whitewash our history? Keep dividing is their plan. All in all, such a scam. Algorithm very sly, only used to spread the lies. Politicians know well, hate is simple to upsell. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call.
We are not okay. America is not okay, and we all know that. Former Congressman Joe Walsh, this is The Social Contract with Joe Walsh. Let's figure out how to get okay together. See, I just think he needs to be physically removed from office right now. I think a group of men, a group of guys, probably 5, 6 of them need to go into the White House right now tonight, pick him up, physically pick him up and remove him from the White House. I think Donald Trump needs to be physically removed from power right now. But I've always thought that. So I'm not surprised at all, shocked, alarmed, stunned at all, that the President of the United States publicly threatened to end Iranian civilization. I'm not surprised he threatened to do that this morning. Not one bit. That the current president of the United States went on Truth Social, wherever he goes these days, and he posted, Iran, you're done. Tonight, you're done. I'm going to end your civilization tonight. I'm going to nuke you. I'm going to do whatever. I am going to blow Iran back to the Stone Ages. It's not surprising that he did that. Anyone who's surprised by what Trump posted this morning needs to do some real soul searching, because you haven't been paying attention. You haven't been doing your job as a free citizen in this representative democracy. If you don't know by now, if there's anybody who doesn't know by now that we have a deranged madman in the White House, if you don't know that now, if you don't know by now that we have a sociopath in the White House, if you don't know that by now, you need help. You need help. Hey, Keith, show me what he posted. From the President of the United States this morning. A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I want you to read every word. An entire civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionarily wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight. One of the most important, blah, 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 blah. God bless the great people of Iran. An entire civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. Thanks, Keith. That's Donald Trump threatening, seems almost quaint to say this by now, threatening to commit war crimes on a scale the world has never seen, wipe out an entire country, end an entire civilization. And I'm already seeing some of the comments. I'm not going to walk it back. I think Trump needs to be physically removed from the White House right now. I know what I mean when I say that. I know that's an unprecedented thing to say. These are unprecedented times. Every day he says and does something, and he's been doing it for the last 10 years, that is utterly unprecedented. And every day, people respond with, oh my God, what are we going to do? How do we fight back? 25th Amendment, impeach him. Oh my God, da, 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 da. Republicans, why won't you speak up? Democrats, why won't you do something? Every day, it's the same old fucking song and dance, right? Trump does something utterly unprecedented, utterly un-American, utterly anti-democratic, utterly lawless, utterly corrupt. Every single day he does it. He's been doing it for the past 10 some years. And every day the reaction's the same. Oh my God. And a lot of people, so many people make so much money in this industry of screaming about how bad Trump is. I don't want to scream anymore. I just want him physically removed from office. Think about this. Think about this. Publicly making that threat to end Iranian civilization tonight, publicly making that threat is cause, just for making that threat, is cause for immediate removal from office, and he should be put in a room with padded walls for the rest of his life for simply making that threat. Carrying out that threat tonight, if he does, carrying out that threat is cause for immediate removal from office, and he should be put in jail. I mean, that's where we are. And here we are, right, in this great, good, decent country, in this unbelievable system, this constitution, this system of government we've got in this constitutional republic. Our founders, I guess, have given us two means to get rid of him, right? We can impeach and convict him, or the 25th Amendment, right? Where the cabinet, the vice president, the cabinet got to come together and say, he's incapacitated. He's no longer got it up here or anywhere to do his job. We need to get the nuclear codes away from him. We need to remove him from power. 25th Amendment. Those are the only two options we've got. Neither one's going to happen. Neither one's going to happen. for either one of those to happen, Trump is immediately impeached and immediately convicted, or the 25th Amendment is immediately invoked and the keys are taken away from him. Either one of those options demands Republican cooperation. Republicans would have to join Democrats. Republicans to impeach and convict him. Republicans on the Hill would have to knock on the door of every cabinet member in J.D. Vance and say, man, he's done. We got to get rid of him. We got to remove him. 25th Amendment. They'd have to demand that the cabinet do that. And J.D. Vance does that to remove him. And I'm just here again to tell you the ugly, naked truth. My political party's gone. They'll never do that. I mean, Trump could drop nukes all over Iran tonight. And Republicans in the House and the Senate won't say anything. I thought about starting this show, right? Because look, Trump does and says 1,000 horrible things a day. But every now and then there's one that like really grabs you and oh my word, right? I hear that from people. This was one of them. Like a little bit back when he applauded, when he praised, when Robert Mueller died and he said, I'm glad he's dead. A bunch of people said, oh my God. When Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle were brutally killed and Trump said they were killed, they deserved it because they were opponents of his. Oh my God, right? Every now and then there are those moments that like even all of us who have been in this for so long, we go, what? He threatened to nuke Iran tonight. He threatened to end Iranian civilization tonight. That's one of those moments where everybody just kind of, oh, hold on. Because he's a fucking madman. I said this yesterday. I forget what show I was on, right? Again, here we are. This is what America looks like when a madman, a senile madman is in the White House. This is what America looks like when both a madman, a sociopath, and someone who's losing their mind is in the White House. If there was ever a call for the 25th Amendment, it's now. And I gave serious contemplation to starting the show today, getting down on my knees and just one more foolish time begging my former political party to put their country first, begging J.D. Vance and the cabinet members, Trump's cabinet members, to put their country first and remove this man right now. That's not going to happen. This calls for something that's never been done before. I need heroes. You and I, we all need heroes right now. And is not that the thing that is just shouting inside all of our heads right now and has been shouting inside all of our heads for a while? Damn, we need heroes right now. We need a hero. We need heroes. We need men and women to step up now and do stuff they've never done. We need elected officials to risk it all, risk losing their job, risk losing their position of power, to step up now and stop him and try to bring this country together. The country right now is crying out for a hero or two or three. I mean, if there was ever a time in American history where the whole country needed this, it's now. I know his history. You and I both know his history. Donald Trump lies as he breathes. He always has. Donald Trump always makes threats that he always walks back all the time. So the odds are, I'm not one to play the odds, but the odds are this is just classic Trump lying and bullshitting. It's what he's done his whole life, making this threat to nuke Iran. It's just Trump lying and bullshit. And odds are tonight, when he ends Iranian civilization, it's just one more empty threat of Donald Trump's. It's just one more instance where Donald Trump was lying. But again, here's the thing. Simply making that threat to end, wipe out an entire people, simply making that threat is deranged, is abhorrent, is sickening, and is really, really dangerous. Just simply making that threat. We're at a point now where there are really only, I'll say, okay, three audiences for all of us to speak to. Audience number one, I just alluded to, our political class, our elected officials, anywhere in this country. America right now is in real bad shape. Things could go sideways in this country right now, real quickly. We have a madman in the White House who's losing his mind. So to our political class, to our elected officials, we all, again, plea, we need heroes. We need some of you to step up and say, fuck my party. Fuck what the pollsters and advisors say. Fuck my position in the House or the Senate, or I'm the governor of whatever state. We're in a really scary place right now. And damn it, we all need to come together to oppose him and remove him. And I don't care if it hurts my party. I don't care if that means I never, ever get elected again. But step one toward the healing of this thing is he's threatening to blow up the world. we need to all come together and stop him and remove him. To our political class, we need heroes. The second audience we all need to speak very directly to right now are the men and women of our military. Their duty right now is to disobey him. Their duty right now is to disobey him. Remember the video of last winter, when 6 Democratic members of Congress put out a video just simply reminding members of the military that they had a duty. They were legally obligated to disobey illegal orders, right? That's their job. This is no longer a hypothetical. To the men and women of our military, you have a duty to disobey him. You have a legal obligation to disobey him. And I'm not even talking right now just about illegal orders. Any order he gave you to commit a war crime. Any order he gave you that runs afoul of the international rules of law. Any order he gave you that is in direct confrontation with direct conflict with our Constitution. That's a given, men and women of the military. You got a duty to disobey all of that. I'm asking you, men and women in our military right now, your commander-in-chief is a fucked up, deranged madman. You have a duty right now to disobey him no matter what. You have a duty now to disobey him if he gives you illegal orders, if he gives you immoral orders, if he gives you an order to do anything that you don't think is right, that you think is questionable. Men and women of the military, you have a fucking duty to give him the middle of the finger and disobey him, because your commander-in-chief, not only is he a bad man, he's losing his mind. Men and women of the military, most especially men and women in the military chain of command, these are unprecedented times. You are called to rise above just disobeying any illegal order he gives you. Men and women in the chain of command in our military, you have a duty and obligation to speak out. You have a duty to publicly oppose him. And you have a duty to disobey any questionable, bad, insane, wrong-headed, dangerous, illegal thing he tells you to do. Our third audience is us, the American people. What can we do, right? What do? We have a madman in the White House who's losing his mind every day. What do? What can we do? Broadly speaking, we need to resist him. And we need to defeat him and his party in November. We need to resist him, and we need to defeat him and my former party in every election for the foreseeable future, no matter how fucked up the Democrats are. It just don't matter right now. Oh, Democrats, you're so bad on certain issues. Doesn't matter right now. None of that matters right now. We have a madman in the White House who's losing his mind every fucking day, and he's threatening to wipe out an entire people tonight. I don't want to hear you complaining about how bad Democrats are on the transgender issue, right? I just don't have time for that shit right now. We need the American people, our audience, we need the American people speaking like this, fearlessly, publicly. And look, we, the American people, need to boldly speak publicly about what we think and risk risk the consequences. Every day I fight him and say things about him, knowing that every day he has the power to come after me. Every single day I live with that. We all have to live with that. We all need to stand in the fucking public square and tell every group that we're a part of, and tell everybody in our social media circle, this man is dangerous. It's time for the 25th Amendment. He needs to be physically removed from the White House, physically removed from power. Did you see what he said this morning? He's a madman who's losing his mind. He threatened to end Iranian civilization tonight. You and I, the American people, have a duty to inform everybody we know about what Trump said this morning. I've said this before now for a while. Everybody asks me all the time, Joe, what can we do? What can I do? You feel so dang helpless. We do. We all do every day. If you care, if you pay attention. And I know there are a lot of Americans who don't pay attention and don't care, right? I know most Americans don't pay attention and don't care. But for all of those of us who do, it's exhausting. But we have a duty to inform everybody that we know in our spheres of influence, in our social media circles, in our book clubs, in our soccer teams, in our parent associations, whatever group you belong to, groups you belong to. You have a duty, American citizen, right now to inform. I don't give a damn if they don't want to hear about politics. I don't give a damn if most people in your book group, your book club, don't want to get into politics. Fuck them. We have a madman in the White House who's threatening to burn this country down and burn the world down. The president of the United States is losing his mind every hour of every day. I don't give a damn if your book club doesn't want to hear about politics. What can we do, Joe? What can we do? You have a duty. American citizens, you have a duty to keep your fellow citizens informed, to put the most egregious ICE videos in front of them every week, to put the most egregious, most dangerous, most mad things that Trump says or does every week in front of the people you know. And if people in your family or your neighborhood or whatever club or association you're in, or your Facebook group or your followers on Blue Sky or Twitter or wherever you are, if they're offended because you're injecting politics into this stuff right now, you just respectfully say, fuck you. Fuck them. Sorry. We ain't never been here before. And I got children and I got grandchildren, and I want them to have a country that they can grow up in and thrive in. And we have a madman in the White House right now who is utterly unconstrained. He's losing his mind. His political party will not stand up to him. He needs to be physically removed from the White House. From our elected officials, we need heroes. From our military leaders, we need them to do what they ordinarily don't do, and that's publicly speak out against him and disobey every order he gives you. And the American people, all of us, we have a duty to risk losing friendships and risk losing social networks and risk losing memberships in this club or that, and risk not getting invited to that party or on that outing or whatever, because we have a duty and obligation to speak out about what we care about. And we don't care if it offends the people we know. And we especially now don't care if it impacts our status in life. The President of the United States this morning publicly threatened to nuke Iran, to end Iranian civilization. If you're not going to speak up now, then when? By the way, Hope Not Fear Project right there. See that right there? There it is. HopeNotFearProject.org. Do me a favor, check out that website. We launched it last week. You've heard me say it and speak to it. Every 2 weeks, I'm going somewhere in this country and I'm putting people who don't think alike, who disagree in a room, and we're going to have really tough, honest conversations. Because look, we have a duty right now. We have a duty right now to stop what he is. We have a duty right now to inform everybody we know about what he is and the danger he is. We also have a duty to stop the fucking hate in this country and try to understand each other again in this country, those of us who disagree, because remember, part of what that madman in the White House wants, that man in the White House who's losing his fucking mind every day, he tries to divide us. He rules by fear and division. How do we defeat fear and division in this country? We defeat fear and division in this country through understanding, right? Through conversations, understanding each other and trying to get rid of the hate. And that's what I'm doing with HopeNotFearProject.org. Trying to get rid of the hate and increase understanding among regular Americans in this country. Check it out, HopeNotFearProject.org. By the way, if you would like me to come to your community, your town, your neighborhood, your book club, your soccer parents, your kids' soccer team parents group, whatever, and facilitate a conversation among you all, because you all disagree politically, dang, be more than happy to. I'm going somewhere different in this country every 2 weeks. Shoot me an email, the social contract with Joe Walsh at gmail.com. Shoot me an email, the social contract with Joe Walsh at gmail.com. That's all one word. If you'd like me to come to your town, your neighborhood, your house, whatever, and help facilitate a tough, honest conversation between regular Americans who disagree with each other, just shoot me an email. Final thought. Want to end on a hopeful note, want to end on a positive note. How about what those 4 astronauts are doing, man? Oh my God, right? How about that? How about the best of humanity? How about hope? Look at this shot. Look at this shot. Artemis 2 crew captured this view of an Earth set on April 6, 2026, yesterday, as they flew around the moon. Flying around the moon. Look at that shot of Earth. I hope you're following Artemis 2. These astronauts on this historic mission. They're now on their way back home. My God, I was obsessed with them last night. They went to the dark side of the moon, baby, and they turned off the phones, everything, all communications for like 45 minutes. And they sat there and took pictures and looked at a part of this universe that has not been seen before. And we're all privy to, and we're going to see those pictures. But the way these 4 human beings have gotten along, the way they've preached to us, from out there, from the moon, right? This broken, divided world. And to have this broken, divided world now with the person who is in the most important, powerful position in the world to be an utter madman, losing his mind every day. And to have that balanced by what? These 4 astronauts are doing up there together. It's just beautiful. Trump's the worst of us. These 4 astronauts are the best of us. The absolute best of us. Mission first. Team first. They don't even know if they're going to make it back. Doesn't matter. It's the mission first. It's the knowledge and the information and the research they will give us. That comes first, whether they survive or not. Artemis 2 right now should be giving you some hope. Should be giving you plenty of hope to balance the hopelessness we all feel right now down here. You got children. Your children need to be following what Artemis 2 has done and is doing. Show them the pictures, show them the videos. Play them the audio and the video of these astronauts as they talk to all of us Earthlings. The Easter message that they conveyed. Reed Wiseman, I think, is the commander's name. His wife tragically died, I think, a couple of years ago, a long time battle of cancer. They're up there at the moon, and the other astronauts named a certain crater after Reed's wife, and they did it publicly there in front of Reed Wiseman, their commander, and the rest of the world. They all cried together. They all hugged each other. The best of us, the best of humanity. It's still there. It's still there. We can find it here on Earth. Oh, yeah, we can. You got to look. But it's in front of us. It's been about, 250,000 miles from us the past couple of days. But the best of us is up there right now. Artemis 2. Check them out and follow them. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good Tuesday. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, follow, and share The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple, Spotify. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to The Social Contract on Substack. This has been The Social Contract with Joe Walsh.